Hey everybody!
Hi, how's everybody going? Tom from Swampy Acres.
Let's see if we... Can you guys hear us okay? Can you turn my down a little bit? Anybody out there? I see you were bouncing between 1 to 2 people. We have 1 thumbs up already.
Here.
Maybe we can have this another volume off and so that we're not echoing. Alright, we'll hang out for a couple minutes and give you guys a quick update on the homestead while we wait and see if anybody's going to come in. I was hoping to talk about family organization on the homestead tonight. We have this big kitchen wall behind us here. It's roughly, well, like the table comes up about this high, and then it's roughly, I don't know, 12 foot wide.
No, it's 9 foot by 4. I already measured it.
The whole wall?
The whole wall.
Okay, so it's like
9 foot by 4 foot from above the breakfast nook.
Yeah, and what we're planning on doing is painting it with some Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint and using it as a big calendar, meal planner, chore list, a little bit of everything, but because it's chalkboard, we'll pretty well be able to do whatever we want. We were looking for some other ideas on that, though. We're trying to figure out how to separate everything and some jobs and chores on the homestead to make things easier. My daughter does a combination cyber/homeschool, so we've got that, and then doctor's appointments and all kinds of life things, and plus his work schedule. So we'd like an easy way to be able to kind of keep that all together. But in the meantime, I guess we'll give you a quick update on the homestead itself and see if anybody else comes in, because I'd like to have a discussion on the organizational part of it. Oh, Mom. As far as the homestead goes, so a few weeks ago we castrated one of our male pigs, and it's the first time we've done that. We learned a lot by watching other people's videos and doing a lot of research and stuff before we did it. And Thomas and a friend of ours came over and they did that. And we did not video it because it was the first time and I was nervous and but it turned out fantastic. He's doing great. He healed up wonderfully. And
yeah, I probably watched about 100, 200 videos just on pig castrations on YouTube just alone before I actually did it.
Yeah. But it went very well. So we're hoping, he'll be the one we. Hi, PA Hillbilly. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Oh. Somebody's a little crabby. And wants his mama. That's good to hear. So what part of PA are you in there, Hillbilly? So anyway, we plan on turning this whole wall behind us. I'm about 30 miles south of Erie, so you're out at West PA, out towards like Pittsburgh area. We're on the other side. We're towards Jersey.
Yeah, so we were just giving a quick update on the homestead. I said that we recently castrated one of our male pigs. That went really well, so I'm very happy that we've finally experienced that and been able to do that. Our guinea, I was going to Pittsburgh. A couple months ago, I traveled out towards Pittsburgh to get our new dog. It was like a 4.5-hour trip for us one way, but he was very much worth it. He's a good dog. He's a German Shepherd Pit Bull mix, and he's very well behaved, and he does really good with the animals too. So I'm very, very proud of him for that. But yeah, Pittsburgh, it was like, what, 4.5 hours, and we were almost right at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was like 300 miles one way, like 600 some miles round trip.
Yeah. So what else do we have going on the homestead?
We want to work on getting a mealworm video together.
Yep, I have some footage shot for the mealworm video. I want to do some more of that. Probably tomorrow I'll go out there. And Thomas is off, so he'll be home with me to help and shoot some more of that so we can show you guys our whole mealworm production. It has taken off fantastically. When we first got it, I actually went to the hardware store in town and I got hi Flat Earth, how are you? We were in watching your live earlier today. PA Hillbilly, are you talking about our mealworms? Yeah, well, we started with, I went to the local hardware store and I got just a small pack like that they meant to sell as bait. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to give it a try. Just see if I can keep these things alive and how it goes and how I feel about this. And then we ended up ordering 1,000 from a place online that we had heard other people got them from. And we've been raising our own and letting them go through the stages and laying the eggs. And then we move the beetles over and then we have got the babies. And we're hoping that it continues to go well and we can get bigger bins to keep them in so that we can use that as a big source of protein for our chickens. And we can cut back on like the feed a little bit to give them more protein for the chickens.
Yeah, it's a food supplement for them.
It's going really well. I'm really surprised. Like even the ones that I got from the hardware store, because a lot of people say that some hardware stores and the places that they get them from, they have like I don't know if you would call it a chemical or what, but they have something on them to prevent them from going through all the life stages. So you won't tend to get anything from them, but ours actually did, and we got babies and stuff. So we kept them separated from the ones we ended up ordering. But we at this point we've mixed them together. But in the beginning we did keep them separate, and we actually did get babies from them.
Yeah,
I was really impressed. It was exciting.
We're actually getting our second set of beetles right now.
PA Hillbilly, my chickens go crazy over the mealworms. They love it. They all grab them and run around like little crazies. It's really fun to watch. But it's just so good for them too. Like that was our main purpose of it. So I have to go let the dog in. I'll be back.
Yeah, so our chickens do like the mealworms. That's kind of why we decided to start raising them, kind of to supplement a diet for them. So we're not out there spending a lot of cost on feed. And Mealworms are relatively easy to raise. So, how is everyone today? I mean, it rained just a little bit ago here, and got a little muggy. So, it's a little muggy in the house right now. Hi, welcome, whoever is in chat, whoever came back. I don't know, said something that I lost everybody. Karen went out to let the dog in. So, hey guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. Check my connection. Yeah, so want to work on doing a mealworm video. I mean, we already have some pictures and some video for it. We just want to add a little bit of more stuff to it and actually show everybody our setup, because I do not keep the mealworms in the house. They're actually in our when we bought our garage. It was. Can you swap that fan around and turn it on? It's a little, that's all right. That's fine. Welcome back. Yeah, we want to show everybody our setup, and right now we have them in plastic. Where is the click in the thumbnail? Not understanding this. Welcome back.
Right here. The chicken, the thumbnail's right here.
Oh.
I had to go let the dog in. Alright. So yeah, so PA Hillbilly, hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get that video up and show everybody our mealworm setup. It's been going pretty good. For it being a starter experiment, I think it went pretty well. So what I was hoping to talk about tonight was how other people, and it doesn't even have to be on a homestead, but how you guys just organize your I need you to talk.
Hmm?
I need you to talk.
Hi, how's everyone? So our plan is to turn this wall in behind us into a planter.
So how do you guys divvy up, even if it's not on a homestead or just in general, how do you guys divvy up family chores and keep track of everything so that everything's, getting done the way you need it to be done? Like I said, we're looking at putting a big chalkboard in. We might start it tonight and try and put everybody's chores and things on there that way so that PA Hillbilly, sorry, I missed your comment earlier. Yeah, if you're interested in doing mealworms, let us know. Our email's usually in our videos. Shoot me an email. Maybe we can give you something to get started. It's been pretty easy. I'm actually surprised at how easy it's been. If you guys could give us a thumbs up as you come in too. A boxing ring. So another little update on the homestead is this year we started doing guinea fowl. That's completely new for us. We've never had them before, and they're pretty awesome. The only thing that kind of is weird about it to me is that our chickens are very personable and very friendly. Yeah, definitely Hillbilly. I think I've got most of them. I'm trying to do that. That's why I keep stopping talking, because I keep trying to do that while I'm reading legitimate comments. But I think I've got everybody at this point. Yeah, definitely Yorkshire George. We need some moderators in here to help us out. We don't go live too often, so we've never had that problem before, but clearly something we're going to need to look into. So, but yes, the guinea fowl, as far as they go, is I love them, but they're very independent. Like my chickens are very much, they want to be pet and they want to be in your face and they're very personable and want to be around. But Like the guinea fowl are very nuts, and they just kind of do their own thing, which is great. And I do like hearing them. I was worried about the noise at first when we got them, but I do like hearing them. They don't get tremendously loud. And I have to admit, there was something going on outside the other night, and they were making some ruckus, and it made me go out to see what was going on. So that was kind of nice. To have a little bit of an alarm system out there at night, because we live in the middle of the woods, so there's constant predators out there. And so, PA Hillbilly, do you have animals and things?
PA Hillbilly is a truck driver, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Yorkshire George, that's our issue too. It's hard to get the kids to stick to their chores, and I have to make sure, like, if their chores are feeding the animals, feeding the chickens, whatever it may be. PA Hillbilly says, yes, I am a truck driver. Yeah, if the kids don't stick to their chores and animals aren't getting fed, then I'm going to lose animals. So I'm trying to come up with I don't want to say easy, because obviously it's just not going to be easy with kids and everything else, but trying to come up with a streamlined way to make sure the kids are doing their chores, so that, things like my animals are getting.
Hey, PA, do you mind being a mod for us?
Mommy? I can't connect to anything. So,
Hi, Nintendo.
What's up? So yeah, I definitely like to just try and find a streamlined method. And like I said, we're gonna paint this whole wall chalkboard so that it's right there. But I don't know exactly how I'm going to lay it all out there yet. So
let's go ahead and type something in the chat there, Hillbilly.
yeah, CPA Hillbilly, we don't have a thank you, PA Hillbilly, we appreciate it. We don't have too much of a snake problem. I mean, maybe it's because we have so many guineas and chickens, but
I snatch and run.
A couple gardener snakes that every now and then will come into the main area. But other than that, we don't have too much of a snake problem. Again, it could be because we have the guineas and the chickens, but.
Yeah, I went out to the chickens the other day, and they were actually running around with a gardener. Yeah. And it was pretty funny. One of them had it, and the other rest of them were trying to get it off of it.
The snake? Yeah, CPA Hillbilly, I don't know how to make it a game that, after a little while, it's not going to lose its touch. We find cool ways to do it, but then it goes for a week, and then they're bored with it, and
yeah, it gets old fast for them.
So it'd be nice if I didn't. Yeah, the games do get old fast. It'd be nice if I didn't have to check up on them, but it just makes it more work on my end to make sure they're doing what they need to do. Because, like I said, with some of the chores being feeding animals and taking care of live things, we need to make sure that they're being done. And unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. So I'm hoping, if it's right on the wall in my face and their face all the time, that we can get it done. And school starts back up this week, so that'll be a whole nother hurdle to tackle, so that they're getting everything that they need to get done on a timely manner. I'm hoping that with school starting, because there'll be a specific time limit during the day where they'll have to be doing school, that if we do like okay, you need to do your schoolwork during this time, and then afterward chores immediately need to be done, and nothing else can be done until that's done, that maybe that'll help too. Put us on a little bit more of a timeline. School will be a distraction for chores. You're right.
Correct.
So I don't know. We'll see, I guess, how it goes. This is she only did the cyber/homeschool for a half the year last year. So this year she'll be starting off in that school. So I'm hoping that we'll have a little bit more now that she did the half a year last year, that like this year it'll be a little bit better, because she knows the routine. She can do it a little bit better on her own, and I don't have to chase her as much. Yeah, George, I agree. I'm trying to, that's another thing I'm trying to do. I think I might switch chores up and try and get them to reflect of their age more age appropriate chores, I guess. So maybe that might have some appeal to it, that they don't feel like they're doing something.
Well, this is step 1.
Yeah, that's our paint. So we might start that tonight, so we can get this going. I think it needs like 3 days. It has to completely cure before you can write on it. So, but I think, like I said, George, I think we might switch up the chores a little bit so they're a little bit more age appropriate, so the older ones aren't getting bored with some of the chores that the younger ones can do that aren't as hard, I guess. Come here. Right, exactly. Our youngest is going on 2. He is very into the animals, wanting to help.
Yes, we do have a 4-H in our area, and they do shows. And my kid was involved in it with this year, but we had some stuff come up.
Yeah, she was involved in it a little bit this year. She kind of dabbled in it. It was just her first year, and we joined, I think, like halfway through. So this year, I'm hoping we've joined up again for this year. So I'm hoping that her being in it from the very start, plus she did it last year, so she knows a little bit more. It'll help her get a little bit more involved in it. She likes to do the 4-H with the bunnies. So she's got her bunnies out there, her lofts. And she likes to do the 4-H with the rabbits. So.
Out of here.
I don't know. He did it on the wall.
How can you do that? Hi, Cassie.
Hey.
How are you?
What you doing?
Talking.
Hi.
That's the oldest. So, and I'm trying to come up with, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but some type of reward system for doing what needs to be done. But I don't want to have to reward things that should be done as part of this family and as part of this household. So like if I ask you to do something to help out this family, this household, I'm not looking to give you a reward for that, because that's something that needs to be done as part of this family. Like, we all have things that need to be doing to keep the house running, and this family running the way it needs to be. But like, there's times where she goes above and beyond and helps with, wow, George, that's quite the array there. We have a 12 about to be 13-year-old and a 2-year-old. So we also have a niece that lives with us who is 21, and she works full time, but she also helps out with things around the house too. So we'll be putting her on there as well, technically, because she does help out with chores around the house. Not as much the animals. She does help with the animals, but not as much as like my kids do. So
I'm going to share something that came in the mail a couple weeks ago. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this. That's a registration / I guess pedigree for our sow.
yes, for our new sow that we got a couple months ago. So So, George, do all of your children still live at home? I know you said you have an 18-year-old. Are they still at home, or are they away at school?
Hillbilly, are you a local driver or do you drive long
Over
hauls?
the road. Right, and that's what I'm kind of worried about, George. That's exactly what, like, I don't want to get into rewards. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that, but she does, our 12-year-old does go above and beyond sometimes with helping run fence line for new animals and things that are part of the homestead, but I feel aren't necessarily part of her responsibility. Helping feed the animals on a daily basis is one thing. I don't believe in forcing her to help with them too much, because if she's not into it, I'm not going to force her. This is the way me and him have chosen to live and provide for our family. So I do expect her help to a degree, but there's other things that, you know, are kind of above and beyond that I don't necessarily expect of her.
Yeah, she's kind of new to the homesteading thing. I mean, the whole house is. Our son is more involved into it because he's he's more involved into it because he's actually grown up around the animals, unlike our oldest kid. Like, we didn't have the animals, and the whole homesteading thing is relatively new to us all.
Well, that's very sweet that she lives with her Nana to help out. That's fantastic, actually. We all live very close to my family, my grandparents and stuff. So my daughter's constantly up helping them, and she says, I'm gonna go for walks and go see the grandparents. So she's up there quite a bit.
Just one, Mommy. Just one. There we go. Just one.
So yeah, like I agree, PA Hillbilly. My family has always we've always had a farm and animals, so it comes pretty natural to me. But we have not always raised our children that way. So and he's from the city.
Yeah, I'm from the city.
He was never,
Yeah, I'm not.
That wasn't a daily thing for him.
I'm not a farmer by any means, but I do my best.
I'm sorry to hear that, George. She'll definitely treasure that time that she gets to spend with her Nana, though. Or he or she. Sorry, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. But they'll definitely treasure that time. And I'm sure it's appreciated on Nana's end.
Sorry, little guy's
he's
sitting at the table with us.
Coloring here on my paper.
Scribbling on a piece of paper and
it's almost his bedtime, so when we get off here in a couple minutes, we'll put him to bed. Yeah, a lot of people sold off at some point, and it seems like it's, I don't know, maybe it's just because of the people we surround ourselves with, but it seems like it's becoming more of a popular thing than it used to be. PA Hillbilly, I love my gardening and canning. I actually have pickles to start making tomorrow. I'm making red hot candied pickles. It's the first time I've ever made them. We went to a food auction and I got a produce auction. I got some cucumbers and they were a little overripe for my liking to, just eat or make like a cucumber salad with or anything like that.
Yeah,
so I found a recipe and it's called red hot pickles or something like that. Actually, maybe I'll video it and put a thing up.
Yeah, that's a cucumber.
Yeah, but see how yellow it is? Oh, that looks really, really yellow though from our light. But yeah, and I tasted one the other day. They don't taste terribly different, so they may just be a different kind of cucumber. But from my experience, when they're yellower, they can get like a bittery taste, I guess you could say, because of they're technically overripe. So I'm super excited to see how this red hot pickle comes out. It's the first time I've ever done it. I actually Cassie. What? It's the first time I ever did this recipe, but I had gone on to a group that I belong to online, and I had said, listen, I got these overripe cucumbers. What can I do for them? Yeah, I was thinking about harvesting some seeds from them, PA Hillbilly, because I have 20 some over there, and I don't think we're going to eat that many red hot pickles, but I don't know. So we'll see. I think I'm going to take a couple of them for seeds and then try and make the pickles with the other ones and see how that turns out. I think we're going to make smaller batches of the pickles and try and give them away with Christmas, for Christmas with gifts. We usually always make something homemade or canned or some type of something.
A couple of years ago, we did like a lip balm for everybody, and then this jelly.
We do different kinds of jellies all the time. The kids love to make the jellies, so that's a big thing. So I'm thinking about trying to make smaller batches of these red hot pickles and give them as a gift and see how that goes. But I'm excited to try them. They do have to sit for a while though, compared to like regular pickles. And I had to go get canning lime, which is not something I've ever used before. They want you to use it for the crispiness. You have to soak the cucumbers in it for a day, or for like I think 2 to 3 days before you actually put them into the jars with the candied solution. So we'll still have to see how that turns out. But maybe I'll video some of it and show you guys.
I've never even had them. Don't even know what they taste like.
I've never had them either.
So what are they supposed to be like?
Like those red hot candies, like the cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon.
Like a red hot dollar?
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm excited for that. But yes, PA Hillbilly, get back to the canning stuff. We did a small garden this year. A, we had tiller issues, and it was a new plot of garden. And B, we moved. We normally have raised beds down back, but it's been so wet that down there gets really wet. So we didn't want to. I don't think so, George. We were just talking about canning. I'm making some red hot pickles this year, so maybe I'll do a video of that. So keep your eye out for it, and we're gonna see how that turns out because I have some overripe cucumbers that we're gonna give it a try. But as far as the garden goes, we did a small garden this year, so basically we really haven't had anything overage to can, which is unfortunate, but it has fed us quite a bit. So, I mean, that's all I can ask for as far as that goes. We moved it up. We decided we wanted to start a garden plot right in the beginning, right in the front of the house this year, instead of down back where it gets really swampy and wet and yucky and gross.
Yeah, we got a tiller and
we got a second-hand tiller.
And we used it for a couple days. It was doing pretty good, and then the second day we were doing another pass through it, and it just died out. And I took it somewhere, and they had it for, I don't know, probably a month and a half, and I kept on checking with them every week what's going on with it, because I wanted to get the garden done. I wanted to get my plots in, and
oh, wow, George. All right, good. Thank you for stopping in. We really appreciate it. We'll hope to see you again.
All right, George. But anyway, they had it for a little bit, and they finally kind of figured it out, what was the matter with it. The compression was really low on it, so I guess the compression went bad on the motor. So we'll be looking into getting a new tiller for this upcoming year. That's kind of like our one and only big homestead project or shopping list that we want to get done for this upcoming year.
Yeah, but I think we're going to wrap it up for the night because it is almost 8 o'clock, and I know that Sunday nights at 8, Part-Time Permies comes on. I also see that Justin Rhodes is on, and there's some other Cab 7 is on. If you've never stopped in, check out his channel. But there are some big channels on right now, so we're probably going to shut it down and jump over to one of them for a little while. But we really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a while. We were live for 45 minutes. Got 4 likes. Actually kept it going too.
Yeah.
PA Hillbilly, thank you so much for helping us out in chat tonight. We hope that you can jump in again sometime. We really appreciate it. All right, so we're heading out. Thank you. You have a good night too.
Later.
Bye.